How are y'all doing today?
What up? What up? What up?
That's
What's up, y'all?
we got
Zeein.
Yes,
We got Zeein. He makes music.
yeah.
He was on the "Wrong for Me" song.
indeed, I was.
Something about a scat pack.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Somebody, I want one. I will get one.
You been in
For
one?
real. I have multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah, Challengers, Chargers, whole bunch of them.
Whatever happened to that Mustang you had?
Oh, shit.
That shit was tight as fuck. I wish we would have got that in the music
I
video.
traded it for a 2000 Toyota Solara, and then I found out that I didn't like that car anymore. So I got a Cherokee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you're in now?
Yep.
Is that me?
Hang on. I'm gonna get my
I'm
live
trying-
started.
Yeah, no. Don't mind me, people. I'm trying to figure all this out right now. Shit, let me get back out of this.
What up? What up? What up? Who do we got? Who is you? Turn the chat on
Oh
up
yeah,
there.
my bad. I can't see the chats. No chat. Say hello, whoever you are.
It's not on me. It's not me.
It's probably me. Even though I can't see you.
Got a little bit of a late start,
Yeah.
but Zeein, first time I met him was the first time I met Caden, and they come over to my crib after Matt like called me one day and gave me like a motivational speech, and he's like, "I got these two artists that are like really hungry, and just you know they're thinking about like being done. They need something to happen." And I'm like, "Shit, me too." And so I had them come over and record.
Oh,
What'd you guys record that day?
It was Caden's flexing and flashing, and then he just started recording a song for what's this dude's name?
JD.
Yeah, I forgot what his Pat. That's his real name.
Right.
Yeah.
And you guys also did the wrong for me. And I was like, I want on that. Because I just got out of like,
A relationship.
yeah. And I'm like,
I had just gotten out of a relationship like 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months prior. So I was still in the fields a little bit, but I was like, screw it, why not?
right.
Let's do it. So we did it, and
I-
it happened, and it
I
sounded
was gonna
good.
say, you know who that is watching us? It's us.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
What got you started?
Music,
Yeah.
Robbie,
Robbie. Rob Pie.
7th grade. Robbie,
7th grade.
he was my first friend when I moved here. Still one of my best friends. Hasn't switched, hasn't changed.
Those are good people.
He was making beats back in 7th grade. We made this little video. I can't find it anymore. I don't know where I don't know if it exists on YouTube. I don't know where it's at. Of us.
You said it's on YouTube, though?
It might be. I don't know. I don't know where it's at. What it's called. But I know it exists. And it's this.
It's out there somewhere.
It's this video of me and Robbie freestyling over the little Einstein's beat.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know where it exists, but you can hear my little.
You don't know what you guys called it?
No, nothing. I don't remember anything. That was like the first time I'd ever gotten the taste of like music, like doing it,
Right.
like, actually like producing something, and it was all produced on GarageBand on an iPhone 5 or iPhone 6.
Like through the microphone of it?
Yes, and we figured out how to like decompress the voice and get out the static and
Really?
all that shit. We figured everything out because we recorded all the audio through my gaming headset on my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
No, on my desktop through Audio Mac or something like that. And then
Right.
we decompressed everything in there, transferred the files over to MP3, put them into like USB, plugged the USB into my laptop. So then we transferred over to my laptop so I could plug my iPhone in.
Damn.
It was a process, but you know what? It worked.
Yeah, I kind of know what that's like. Not recording on GarageBand. I have made beats on GarageBand, but when I first started, K Dub and Busey were recording through You know the old like desktops, like that had like
The Dells.
yeah, that was like a big ass fucking monitor.
Mhm.
It was one of those, and they had a little USB mic. Like it was the poorest quality of mic. Like it was probably like $5. It was like a piece of shit. But it was just a little round thing, and it just had one little hole in it where the mic was. And we were on sound recorder. So what we would do
Sound
is
recorder, okay.
we would press play on the YouTube beat, minimize it, click up sound recorder, and press the record on that. But recording like that, everybody had to hit it like perfectly. And if somebody messed up, it was start all the way from the beginning.
Mhm.
It was so rough. And I didn't even want to record, but they were like, "We need you to." They're like, "There's this open verse, and we've had your brother try, we've had Logan try, and it's not working. So Brad, you're the guy." I was like, only if you guys write my lyrics." I was like, I don't want to say something stupid. So Kyle wrote it, and I did it, but my flow was so like slow, like you could tell that I wasn't comfortable.
Hey, you know what? Honestly, when it comes down to it, like let's think about the past and like the history of like rap, hip hop, R&B, etc. The slow flows have gone platinum every time.
That's true.
Drake, Kanye, Tupac, Biggie, they have the slow flow,
Mhm.
slow flow. I'm gonna make a whole
So
genre.
fo,
I'm gonna make a whole genre. Slow flow, not lo-fi, slow flow.
so fo.
But you know, they it's one of the best versions of like a flow is the slow flow, the slow pronounced flow.
That it's easy to comprehend.
It's
I feel like it, and if you're speaking with emotion, that which I think is very important in music, is from speaking from emotion, and because then I feel like the listener connects to it
for sure.
because they feel that emotion. They feel that you are feeling that emotion,
Yeah.
and that's one reason why I like Eminem so good is because you can just hear the passion in his voice, like every fucking song.
Every bar.
That is so fucking true,
Not every bar. There's a few out of their bars, but it's Eminem. What do you expect?
right?
You gotta have one.
So, what have you been working on? You're a part of the BUCY Entertainment.
Yeah,
For those of you who don't know,
I have an LP I'm working on. I have.
I think it's better just to release singles.
See, I want to do that, but at the same time, I almost want to release two songs off the LP, and then just keep them
As
in
the
LP.
single?
Yes, and keep them in the LP, and then just drop the LP with those two songs included. So like, I get people with I have two songs, draw them in.
Right,
Here's music for a little bit. Listen to it.
right.
Shit's good. I promise.
I
And
promise.
And then they're there. They're listening to it. They're liking it. Whatever. Then that's when I drop another two or three singles, maybe even four.
Right,
Then I drop either an album or like a 4-song EP, just to keep them going. And then while I'm doing all that behind the scenes, I got a big old album I'm working on. So that third drop is something that they're like, oh shit, he's taking it serious. He's actually like working on multiple things at a time.
right.
Like some real like artistry shit. Like I don't like confining myself to one single like project. I can't. My body can't do that. It's just
I get that.
impossible.
I definitely get that.
So definitely, putting in.
My bad.
You're
Rude
Well,
motherfucker.
it wasn't playing, and then it just like
started.
yeah.
You're one rude motherfucker. You know that.
I get that, and I like the ideas of concept albums, and I've come up with a whole bunch of ideas, but then I get like 2, 3 songs into it, and I'm like, "Ugh."
I don't know if I can do it. Yeah, I get that. I get that a lot too.
Like I
And
need like 7 songs to make it like an LP.
I always get like that, and then I remember when it comes down to it, this is what I want to do. Like I want to be able to do something in music, so I'm not just gonna be like, no, screw it. Cause like, and I know in 3 weeks I'm gonna be like, all right, I can record. Let's do it.
That was half of my battle was just getting up and doing it, and then that regret whenever you don't. It's like shit. I had all the time, you know.
I have all the time in the world still. Sometimes I just can't do it.
What I've done with my mindset though is I feel like it used to be fear that held me back from like staying consistent. So now I'm just since fear, you can kind of control like what you fear. Now I'm more scared of the regret. Now I'm more scared of the regret. I'll go get a paper towel, homie.
Shit. What a bad day.
We'll be back in just a second.
What a bad fucking day. My bad. I shouldn't put that there no more.
Hold it upside down all the way.
Already. Gonna fuck it up.
Kind of give it a little 1-2. You're good. Nothing's coming out.
Just put it in rocks.
Exactly. Put it in the freezer. You're good.
Damn.
Shit. I need to wipe the computer off. I ain't worried about the table. I am not worried about the damn table.
We need a bigger table.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna bring that one from upstairs down here. First time I've ever did that one. Wipe off right here. There you go. Now I gotta get the keys.
They need more energy.
Staying so particular to one genre and an album. Like I feel like you have 25 songs on that damn album. You should be able to put 2 different genres in there and not get
Like some rock,
not even rock.
some
I'm
fucking,
talking
some
like,
rap, some fucking
like-
pop.
like almost on like I can't even think of who that artist is right now. Kind of like Post Malone. Like you'll listen to his album and one song will be all sad, grimy, some R&B, real sad shit.
Right.
And then his next song he'll be Like
I've been popping
Oh,
Billy.
man, I made us like a rock. Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like that's two different genres in an album. Like he has that slow, sad R&B music and that sad acoustic stuff.
He definitely
But in the
does.
same album, you'll have White I Have a Song. When I started balling,
I
I
was
was young.
young.
Like I feel like
I just had
you
a
know,
buddy who went and watched him in St. Louis, and he
he's a great
fell.
performer.
He
I
fell.
almost broke 3 ribs. That was crazy.
Motherfucker fell, and it looked hard.
Oh,
Like
it
he
was.
fucking
It was straight to the ribs, man. It was just.
5 minutes. My buddy said he was like, give me 5 minutes, I'll be back out, and he came back out and finished the set.
What was he doing that he fell?
Actually, it was all
He
on
was
the
just walking.
No, it was all on the hosts of the like the stadium and everything. They didn't
Yeah.
close the middle because like sometimes there's a middle opening
Yeah.
where like artists will like come up from instead of like walking out.
Right.
They
Yeah.
didn't put that up, so he just fell into it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it wasn't all the way up. Whenever he went to like walk across it,
That sucks.
and he just kind of.
Well, and he had to have been drinking.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Man sponsored by Bud Light.
Shit, I want some motherfucking be sponsored by Bud Light too. Shit. Even though I don't drink like that.
Man, I can't wait to get a big show, like a show, like where the headliner is like somebody big that everybody knows.
Oh, that would be
There was
great.
that Lil Baby and Chris Brown. What it was one of those. It was like what the little tour was called.
I'm not honestly sure. I know that we had a chance to go open for G Herbo, but it was.
Was you talking to Fatal?
I was talking to LME Entertainment, which is the people that were putting it on. I tried getting in contact with them, and they're like, "We already filled the opener spots within like an hour."
See, well, Fatal, he sent me a whole bunch of them. It's like you can pick it at any of these shows, and the one with Chris Brown and Lil Baby, I'm like, damn. Like
Speaking of-
I would love to go do that. $3,500
Speaking of that,
to
who's
go
watching?
perform for 15 minutes. In a way, I mean, it's worth it because you're getting the exposure. But
A lot of
$3,500 for fucking.
Yeah, that's not something
I'm
I
like-
wouldn't be even willing to be pay over 500. Like 500 for like an opener, like that sounds okay.
What happened to the artist? Just like,
Inviting people.
yeah,
like,
like a
what's
why?
his name?
It's so.
Is it Rob Stone from Burlington? Something like that. Something Stone.
I don't. You're really good with the like local.
Artist.
Yeah, because I hear a new name from you every time we talk.
Because because I'm young still. I know a lot of people.
Are you talking about the dude that was on TikTok, the Rob saying?
No, he's a local artist that came out of
Oh.
Burlington. He signed to Tech Nine's label.
Oh shit, I don't know.
But he's like 33, 34 now. But he's he every time he goes to Burlington,
Mhm.
he only opens with Burlington artists,
Oh,
local
shit.
artists. He does
See,
not let
that's-
people come out of town and come because like he wants his people to blow up. He doesn't give two shits about Macomb.
Right.
He gives two shits about Burlington.
Yeah,
Right.
I heard that.
Which but we also have other artists, local, like Lil Ozzy and the Kid, which is Quentin Britton from Galesburg. They're coming out to Macomb to do a show
The Kid.
because they have a bigger following in Macomb than
Than
they
they
have
do.
in Galesburg. Because people down here are rocking with them because like Lil Ozzy himself, he has a very I feel like he's almost like next up in a way. Like his music videos are getting 9 to 12K a song within like a week. So like
That's dope.
he's doing
That's
numbers. He's getting he's getting noticed. He's doing his shit and he's doing it right, but he's doing it by himself, which is really hard to do right now. But he's fucking.
It is, and
doing it.
that's what I was doing for the longest time. And I mean, I work a fucking full-time job, 6 days a week. Like it's not easy, but now I go home, I go right to bed, I wake up like 3:00. I'm like, all right, Brad, you got fucking 8 hours to do this shit.
And Jaden just texted me live. He said the unfinished projects me and Zeein have done. So we have that that LP album sort of thing we dropped, the music for the Manic. With all that music, remember that? Like the 13 songs me and Jaden
Was
dropped?
that one of the ones where you actually had like the music video of you guys in that. Was it posted to your YouTube?
Yeah. Do you remember? Like, do you not know? Did you not know I dropped an album?
Hmm.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, Music for the Manic.
I don't think you communicated that to me.
I have over 15 songs released. So that was dropped like January 1st.
I remember last year whenever I sold you the studio stuff, you said that you was working on a project.
And we finished it within a
Well,
month.
we didn't get no we need music videos.
We do, but those, I feel like those are going to stay where they're at. We have me and Jaden have another LP coming called Music for the Manic 2. We're kind of doing like the Carter thing, like Lil Wayne's doing, but it's going to be a duo album. So every song has both of us on it. Every song's different. There's a rock song in Music for the Manic. There's an R&B song. There's a slow rap song. There's a fast rap song. There's a hard-headed mosh pit rap song. Like
Fuck yeah.
there's everything on that album.
You got anything and everything.
For like, because like our whole purpose was Music for the Manic was when like when you're in a manic episode, like bipolar people,
Yeah.
you don't know what the fuck you want to do. You just want to do everything.
Yeah.
Well, here's everything. Listen to it.
I get it.
But-
I get it. I like it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
And I'm gonna give all of that to Jaden. That was Jaden's idea. That was Jaden's LP name. Like everything. Like Jaden gets all the credit for that.
Old
LP.
Sativa.
I got.
We got that How You Like Me Now music video coming out here pretty soon.
It's pretty fire. If you don't know.
I gotta ask. What do y'all think about Jelly Roll?
I love him.
You love him?
He's the man. Are you kidding me, bro? The first rapper to ever be on the Grand Ole Opry. You know how fucking hard that is?
I didn't
That
know
is a
that. I don't
country-
listen to him very much.
Okay, so the Grand Ole Opry is more of like a country-based like venue. So people like Garth Brooks, Kenny Chesney, people like that are there. Jelly Roll, like he can sing, he can do country and everything, but he's known for like being like a rapper originally,
Right.
Like like a rapper, a slow, kind of like Yellow Wolf almost, but like a
I like
southern, like a southern rapper, southern white boy rapper.
Right.
So like he had that twang to him, but he could sing.
Kind of like Upchurch.
Kind of like Upchurch, but less rapping, more emotional rap.
Yeah. He's not.
Upchurch's fans are like, he's like,
Cold.
yeah.
He's not an emotional rapper though. He just likes to talk shit all through his shit.
Yeah, Upchurch is just like, fuck you, I drive a big truck. It's got 37.
Shit.
I don't like his rap all that much, but his country songs, I like those.
That's what's up. Way better than Upchurch.
Okay, my bad. I actually got it wrong.
Who
We're
said
dropping-
that?
Sierra Michelle.
Oh,
First, we're actually dropping the EP. It's about 6 songs. It's called The Saga Continues, which is all hyper pop. You know what hyper pop is?
I'm taking it's a whole different subgenre.
It is. It's a crazy subgenre. All the beats are like. It's like really fast. It's like every beat is like 180 BPM or more.
Is it kind of like fucking like Drake's new album?
No. I feel like Drake's new album is more of soul rap, but in a fast way.
It was like almost fucking techno.
Yeah.
There's
it's
some
kind of-
songs were like techno. I'm like, what in the fuck was this?
Jade said Upchurch impression was valid. So here, I'll actually show you real quick. So the hyperpop is basically kind of like a fast rap, kind of, but it's more of like a. So do you know who Playboy Cardi is?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So do you know Vamp Anthem, the song?
Mm.
So it's kind of like that. So like we have this song that we dropped called. We only dropped one song off the album, or off the EP, just to have it out there. Just so people like knew what was coming. It only got like 110 views. I don't really care, but like
Man, you just got to be grateful for those 110 views.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
people that rock with you, you got to be grateful for them.
so hyperpop is more of like I guess you could throw techno. Like, I really guess you could, but it's more of like
That's exactly what comes to mind whenever you say.
hyperpop.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm like techno. Okay.
yeah, so this is basically a hint into what hyperpop is. It's really popular in Sweden, so that's a big thing. There's a lot of artists from Sweden that do hyperpop. Like this doesn't even sound like me nothing. Like you have to change your whole vibe. Like recording a hyperpop album.
You definitely showed me this song before. What was that recorded on?
Apple headphones. Sounds good, doesn't it?
It does sound good. It could sound better. What
But
What?
it's wild. It's a wild.
Yeah, it's different. It's definitely different.
Good, different is good.
I don't know if it's necessarily. I'm like horrorcore, fucking like rap. I like the dark,
We
grimy.
have that too.
I like the dark, grimy, and I mean I do like some of the radio hit. I love the baby,
You don't even want to get into the horror.
the boppy shit. I like the
No,
boppy shit.
Me and Jaden have recorded horrorcore. But it's more like screamo horrorcore. Oh, not this one. I like this one more, honestly.
Yeah, I could get down to that. I like that. The whispering.
I think it's a whole lot louder at the end. It's kind of like a build up.
Right.
And at the end,
Climax.
Yeah, at the end, Jaden is just fucking screaming his damn voice out, bro. Podcast with Wade.
Screaming is fucking.
Screaming the dude's love for real.
See, a thing that I do also while like in the writing process is like I try to like think about while I'm on stage performing it, and I also keep the music video in mind. And that's how I build a song. Is that's kind of
You kind of want everything there.
yeah.
You want everything there before you record.
See, and I know Caden kind of writes like differently.
Caden writes.
I like to write out like the foundation. I'm like, okay, this.
Yeah, me and Caden don't do that. I feel like me and Caden kind of have a similar thing with like the syllables and not even the syllables, more of like the pronounce it, like like how you pronounce everything. Like me and Caden focus more on like making sure you can hear it rather than like the whole outlook of it. Like Resident Evil, like the way that was recorded, everything, like all of that stuff, like
That shit was hard as fuck. I think the only thing it was missing was the hook. Like that repetitive part that could get stuck in people's heads. And I told Caden that too. I like the song, but I know a lot of people don't. They want that radio fucking catchy song.
which is kind of what I was going for in a lot of my music, like Bad Memories. It has that catchy hook. The bad memories, I'm living with the memories. The imagery inside is like a feeling of a sight. It's like it's.
Dude, every hook that I hear from you, I'm like, this guy is like a fucking hook genius.
Oh yeah. I feel like.
See, and that's my primary focus. Like whenever I find a beat that I'm like, because if I can't come up to like, if I can't come up with a catchy hook, I'm like, nah, this ain't it.
Mhm.
I gotta like hear it as soon as I turn the beat on.
I feel like that's one of my big things too. Like I kind of go usually for so like some beats, it'll tell you, verses, probably gonna go first. Sometimes I'll take that verse spot and just say fuck you. It's gonna be a hook.
Right.
And I'll make where the hook's supposed to go a small verse.
Well, see, and that's the cool thing as an artist is obviously the beat maker like makes it like in the like has the foundation for like the artist to like be able to spot where the intro is, where that hook goes, where the verse is. But I mean, you can put that hook anywhere. You can literally put the hook in anywhere.
That's what I love about music is the creative whatever the hell you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
A lot of people signed to record labels don't have that freedom, don't
And
have that
that's
choice.
like Trippie Redd. Trippie Redd probably has to be the only artist I know signed to a label who can do whatever the fuck he wants to do, and it's because he gets views. They don't. He can drop like he actually dropped a metal album on on SoundCloud, and his label was like, "Shit, it got half a million views on every song. Whatever."
Shit.
Like they were like, "Whatever, dude. Shit, got half a million in one day. It's fine with us."
Yeah,
So they didn't care.
I don't know. That's what I. Would you ever sign a contract?
To you, yes. That's on a contract to Busey.
Well, we're not there yet,
Well,
but
yeah,
we're
but-
just we've all kind of got the same vision, and we're all working towards the same thing.
Unlike me, I'm sorry I don't rap.
Hey, you know, entertainment's not just for rap.
I know. I'm just
It's literally for everything. We definitely need to communicate more. I feel our communication kind of dropped off, but
A little bit, yeah. It's
me and Caden are really. I don't know. We need to make up like a fucking marketing plan
for sure.
and take the shit like super fucking serious. Stick to it.
Mhm.
Like, and if something comes up one day, like, wow, we have to fuck it or something.
no,
It's just like, let us know. Like, don't fucking ignore
Mhm.
the fact that you were
Not show
supposed
up.
to. Yeah, because if you can't come say you were supposed to do something, but well, then we have something like backup that could replace that
You really
time.
gotta have backup. I feel like that's important.
Very true. Besides for jobs,
Well,
I don't have a backup job.
neither do I. You know, I really just feel like right now when it's coming to like our area in Illinois, like really it's the Macomb, Springfield, Galesburg, Burlington, like that area. We have a lot of very talented artists, and it's not like just because like we're hidden away. That's why we're not getting views, etc. It's I feel
All
like
of our views are local.
yeah,
Like
all of our
it's
views are
literally
local.
coming nowhere but local.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Like we have artists from Springfield. I don't know if you know him, but King Gami, he's from Springfield. He has a video. He has a music video on YouTube that has like 34,000 views. He's out of Springfield. He's done shows in
King
Dallas.
Gami?
Yeah, he's done shows in Dallas, St. Louis, Minnesota, stuff like so. He's getting his recognition slowly. He's
Right.
getting there. You don't know he hasn't gone to New York, LA, or Tampa or anything, but like he'll get there.
Hmm.
It's
But, like,
it's all about just keep going.
oh yeah,
And one thing I've realized since doing the podcast and kind of staying more consistent, like whenever I was releasing like a song every 4 or 5 months, like the local people are like cool, but anybody that has like any kind of pull in the game is like a good song, like,
Mhm.
but I need to see more.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's why I'm like in this whole new mind frame that's like fuck anything and everything besides for music and what's gonna get me to where I want to go.
Yeah.
Like I know my destination. Now I just gotta unroll the map.
So I definitely didn't bring it up because I completely forgot about this song. But I need to I need to go up to Peoria to record the video with this kid. I met this kid on BandLab. He's from Peoria. And he's only like I think like 15 or 16, but like he understands what he has to do, and that's not something many people do. Like that's not something many people know is how to understand that you have to do it. Like there's no like I'll drop a song here, drop a song. Like no, dude, I swear to God, he drops a song every fucking 6 days. Like
that's a lot.
that's a yeah. Like
There's a lot of
look at this.
content for his
Hell
viewers.
yeah.
Look at
To,
it. This is with just in the past year.
Damn,
He just started this year. This is all within the past year.
that's a lot of songs.
Yeah, he's
see,
consistent.
but my writing process, I feel like, is so different than everybody else's.
But I feel like your writing process is more biased.
He's a perfectionist.
Yes,
Definitely.
You have a big bias against not having things perfect. I mean, I feel like it's not even almost perfect. I feel like you almost look into it too much.
I definitely do.
Like you're
I
sitting there,
definitely
you're
do.
like, why does door hinge not rhyme with orange? I don't want to make the song. Fuck this.
No, I will, and I have so many songs that I've like started, and since it starts off like super fucking hard, and then I feel like it's dying down at the end of the verse, I'm just like, fuck this song.
I have a special guest here in a second. If they'll come up here,
Oh yeah, he ain't coming up there.
he coming up there. It's slow. Come on, come join.
Don't get him excited.
Wanna do a little cameo, a little ASMR for the guys.
He's not even on the couch. He's just hanging off.
Cool.
Harley,
Lover dog.
get
the
down
dog.
now.
All right, now you go back in there.
There, you got to be all up in his face because that's what you wanted to do.
Do you have any words?
Who, me?
know
I don't know. I'm just listening to y'all.
You don't have any topics you could think of? Anything?
Not right now. I had one probably like 15 minutes into it, but I forgot.
I've tried getting this. He's recorded a few times. Me and him did the B&B 2020. That didn't get many views,
No,
but I
that's-
also I tried a different like promoting tactic that I'd never really tried before.
That B&B beat that
I
I'm-
experiment like every time I release a song. There's something different that I do. I know what really works.
Oh yeah, I don't really understand like the concept of everything, but like like Lil Uzi, for example, he doesn't promote. At
Is that
all.
the dude from Galesburg?
Yeah, he doesn't like. I've never seen him promote a single song of his, ever.
Does he get views?
Yeah.
Out the ass, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
10 to 30,000 a song.
Damn.
Like he's
Well,
doing.
his people are fucking with him.
He's up next. He's gonna be the next rapper out of Illinois to do something.
That's like what
Out of
you call
Galesburg.
crazy ass good if he's got people just backing him up.
Yeah,
And
like so here I'll just show one of his probably his in my favorite song.
Whatever happened to Lil Man J?
Lil Man J. He still makes music.
No, I know, but I
He still
remember
makes
you said that he
videos.
was like coming through. He was going to like Burlington. Yeah, he's got that fucking
not
that
Burlington,
he's got
he
that
was
cap
in the
free.
club.
He's got that cap freestyle, and that shit's like like 3.4 million on YouTube. I listen to that shit every day.
Well, the whole thing about him is, he's gonna get a lot of hate and a lot of shit because he's disabled.
Yeah,
People
and
don't realize that
yeah,
he is disabled. He doesn't have full function in his hands and everything. Like
I follow him on TikTok. I like him.
Yeah,
I like him a lot, and he's got a good sense of humor about it.
he's a character that the rap game almost kind of needs, kind of like Odd Future. No, not Odd Future.
All Squad,
Yeah, Odd Squad. How they they all have a disability. They all, but they make it work.
they're different.
They're different, and that's
That's what sets you apart from everybody else, especially in this, like in rap right now. It seems like everybody's kind of got that same style. Like everybody's trying to make the same song.
so like this is my favorite song from Lil Uzi. It's called On the Road. It was off his most recent album, Just Call Me Uzi. But I just he knows what he's doing. He gets the music videos done. And he just does it, and I like it. This was all shot on an iPhone, by the way.
iPhone's got a perfect camera.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I've been on the road, it ain't nowhere else to go. All my brothers, they want honey, cause I know they never fold. On my grind all the time, ain't a thing that I ain't sold. And they love that I got money, but they hate me when I'm broke. Lost it all and got it back. I think OC got it mad. Fucked his bitch and back to back. Pulled up in that Cadillac. Hit a lick without his mask. Lose your life, can't get it back.
So he pronounces it Lil Oz. I've been pronouncing it Lil Oz.
But there's honest, like, Galesburg has a surprisingly, like, big group of artists that, like I haven't seen any of them collaborate except for The Kid and Lil Oz. But other than that, I have never seen anybody else in Galesburg collab. I don't know if there's, like, beef well, what's going on. I don't know him personally like that. I know Lil Uzi a little bit because his friend's my cousin, or
What
his
in a
cousin's
rap?
my friend.
Rap's so like cutthroat though. It's not like you don't want to see your competitors get ahead of you. I don't know. I stay like in my own lane. I do whatever the fuck I
feel like
want
it's definitely
to.
like that with some people, but like with me, like I like to see people grow. Like
I do too.
I'm a big, I have a good heart. I don't
Right.
like to see like when I see someone doing what they want to do, I'm like, yeah, do it. Like don't stop. You're doing it, do it. You're
Keep
getting the
going.
views,
Keep going.
don't stop. And I feel like that's that kind of
That's where I'd fuck up because I'd take another fucking 6 months to like release a fucking song.
yeah.
But I was also recording with Jordan at the time,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
like
he's-
you got to get your schedule lined up with his. He's in a band, so it's like
it's hard.
it's not the easiest thing.
I know that man has a full plate,
He really
Oh, yeah.
does.
and he's a
Mr.
teacher at the
Mr.
school
Jordan.
too.
Oh, yeah. He has himself a full ass plate.
He
We're
got
talking
kids.
first course, second course, and third.
Right.
He even has an appetizer. Like he's busy.
He's I really do like working with him though because it's a different ear, but he's very inclined in music. Like that man can play any string instruments. He can fucking play the drums. He can play the fucking trumpet. Like, and he knows his way around the programs that he uses. He knows his way
That's
around
something
them like
really
really
big.
good. Yeah,
Yeah, like
'Cause it takes a while to get to that point
definitely does.
where you ain't even got to think about what you're doing on the program, and you can just fucking just do it.
Yeah.
I started using BandLab. Caden talked me into
Yeah, there's a
doing
big
BandLab.
stigmatism around not recording on BandLab and leaving that stuff alone. But when it really comes down to it, every song that I've ever recorded has been recorded on BandLab, and it sounds better than 40% of local artists, maybe even 60% of local artists. Like it, like like when it comes down to it, like there's kids that have came over to my house to record stuff like that, like at my house, because they know I know how to use it and everything. And after one session, I had taught them everything they needed to know about recording. They are now recording at their own houses.
Right.
Like and that's something I love to see is seeing all these local artists not need anybody else, but at the same time they still fuck with you
Right.
because you taught them what it is and how it works. And like all these young kids in Macomb, like um this music video I'm recording tonight, his name's Deno. That's what he goes by. And like he knows he's good. He knows what he's doing. And that's especially at like 16, 17, that's like
Shit, I wish.
yeah, like he's advanced for where he's at. Like he could
That's good. And it's
start.
the confidence just to do it. That's what I
He
lacked
has
back
the
in the day
confidence.
was the confidence just to fucking do it.
Yeah.
But Busey like forced me in the situation. Well, I wouldn't say he forced me. He never forced me to do shit. But like
should've
he
did it.
he gave me the opportunities and was like you're gonna do it. And I'm like, all right, dog. I guess.
Unlike you caught me off guard
What when we went and
when we did
nothing?
nothing. Yeah.
But so I've also seen a big surge of taking old music and bringing it back, if that kind of makes sense.
Like
So,
his sampling.
yes, heavy sampling recently. Like there's this kid from Galesburg. His name is FOT Hollywood, and he just dropped this song called Dance Man, and it's using the Everybody Dance Now beat. But like he made it work so well.
Right.
Like if I can play the small clip of where it actually goes into that part, it's
Do you talk to all these people?
not on a daily basis, but I keep in touch just to have them around because I know having
Like as a resource.
having music having other musical people around you is what you need. You cannot be an artist and just completely be alone, independent. Like that's not possible. You have to have friends in the industry.
Like, do you reach out to them or they reach out to you?
Both. Like I've had a few features that people have been like, "Hey, I like your music. I make music as well. Can we try something?" And I'm like, Yeah, why not? Like, you're coming to me about it. Yeah.
Well, and a lot of people think that it's not good to collaborate with like other because I feel like it's because of the competitive thing. Like I'm not gonna let you eat off my, and that's why I told you like you and Caden. Like a lot of people want to do what I fucking like did and just fucking like invite you guys to do a
You put
fucking
two artists
song
in
and
one
fucking
room. Yeah,
But if they did, they would have wanted to charge you.
yeah.
Mhm.
And I
That's the
don't
thing. You've never asked for a fucking single goddamn dime for me, and that's something that that that's big to me. You don't see me as a, oh hey, we're friends. I can bag a 20 off you whenever I want to.
right
You know,
right.
like I respect you, you respect me, kind of thing. And it's that's not easy to find anymore.
That's all
Like
I asked for.
exactly, and
Like
like
if you're my
that's
people, I'm gonna treat you good.
exactly.
If you're not, like I'll still treat you good, but I ain't gonna treat you as good as my people. But my defenses are so up, like at
I
times,
feel
like
like that's a big issue right now with music is keeping those defensive barriers up and stuff. Like there's definitely people that I wanted to record with, and they've just plain up straight told me no, like just straight up like no. And I'm like, okay,
like no
like
negotiation or
yeah, like no,
anything.
it's just no. I don't want to record with you. I don't like your
Who's
music.
Bo Littles? Put a business account.
Bo Littles. Oh, he is a local artist from
Yeah,
Macomb. I don't know him
I've talked to him.
100% like personally,
Oh, okay.
but I am friends with I think one of his
Apparently- okay.
one of his younger I think cousins or something like that. So I
Apparently,
don't know.
I'm
I'm not
friends with
sure.
him too. I didn't know that.
I'm friends with him on Facebook too. Yeah, that's he's actually friends with the that Forrest Gump remix with
Yeah.
Daniel on it.
Hmm.
Daniel is I think related or you know how it all works.
I'm supposed to have him come over and record
Bo,
one of these days. Yeah, whenever I'm not busy.
it's worth your time.
Yeah.
It's worth your time. He knows what he's doing. It's worth your time.
I was
I've
gonna
listened
s-
to his stuff. It's good.
I was gonna say I'm friends with a lot of people that you guys are friends with and didn't even know I was friends with them.
See, and I also have like a lot of people like hit me up that like they want to make music, but they haven't like really like
Made anything.
yeah, and it's like do a couple of things and then and then we'll talk, but I'm not gonna just like do one fucking song with you and then
Like you really went
like
out.
and that's all you do is the
You
one
went
song
out
with
on a
me.
complete limb with me and Caden. You had no
I
idea.
did.
Or you had no idea our real talent, our real passion for music. Like you just listened to what Matt said, and you were like,
I just trusted
fuck
it.
it.
I don't,
You know?
but I needed to get that ball moving because I was very stagnant at the time. I was like I wanted to, and I'm glad Matt reached out because in the first conversation we had, it was just it
I'm
was
gonna be honest with
motivating.
you.
Yeah.
It was inspiring.
If I'm gonna be honest with you, Matt never told us anything about you guys knowing each other, anything else. Like he literally just texted us, was like, "This day we're doing this at this time," and I was just like,
Okay.
"Okay,
He,
let's
he,
do it."
he actually had reached out to me, and I told him, I was like, "Do you know this Matt guy?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, he's been trying to get me to like call him and shit," and I was like, "I don't know him." So and then that's when you started talking to him.
Suge, see, I call him Suge, but
Yeah,
he's like,
that's
don't call me
Suge.
that. I'm
That's
like,
Suge.
fucking, are you kidding me?
That's Shug. It's
The rap game needs a Suge now.
they do. Like Snoop took over Death Row, so we need another Shug.
I was gonna say, what happened to Suge Knight?
He's in jail, I think.
I was gonna say, I'm
Oh
pretty
yeah,
sure
he committed a
he's
lot of
still in
crimes
prison.
when he was
Oh,
fucking.
tax fraud, murder, fucking everything you can think, everything on the highest list of high.
Hey,
That
that's-
dude is like the biggest fucking
he
slime of the
biggest
earth.
biggest what the fuck in rap history.
yeah, and
For
here,
sure.
and
For
here he
sure.
made
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice quit rapping.
Yeah, that was. I think he actually just released a song.
Vanilla Ice,
I'm
he's
pretty-
doing rock now.
Yeah, about to say. I would say. I'm pretty
I
sure
was
it's
gonna
rock.
say he ain't rapping no more.
Well, and he
But-
also had that like show on fucking like A&E or something.
I know
Like
he
he's
did.
like building homes.
I know he played in the movie with what's his name?
Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
Yup.
and
That's
that's
my
my
boy.
boy.
Word to your mother, brotherfucker.
He's like, "What's going on here?" He's like, "I'm gonna go in here and finish off with Grandma." That was the part that caught me.
But,
I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Back to like local artists and stuff. This kid, he has it down. Flow, style, his own voice, His
Right.
own, he doesn't like. There's no copying whatsoever of anything of his. Like it doesn't sound like he's copying anybody. He sounds like his own person, and that's big too. But I feel like he has a good voice for music. That's for
Mhm.
sure.
That's really good if you keep it original and you make your own shit.
And there's actually, I mean, Galesburg, as much as people think it's a shitty town, there's a lot of artists.
Can you speak more into a mic?
Yeah, there's a lot of artists and a lot of connection there. Like Galesburg, like whenever you think of Galesburg, you don't think of music or artists or anything like that, but they're there.
I think of a town that used to be kind of like booming that's just died out, and kind of like Macomb.
That's
There's
exactly what it
literally
is.
nothing here besides for the college and the bars.
Yep, that's all we do.
You go play putt
Oh,
putt golf.
he just
Yeah.
sent me a link.
So what? One of the
I don't
songs.
know.
Well, forward that to me, and I'll check it out whenever we're done with the
So
podcast.
this right here is, I think his name's Cody, his real name, but he goes by FOT Hollywood. But this has to be one of the best local artists I've seen. Like he is.
Talking high, I gotta chill this shit at hat. Like, why the fuck would I chill out if I'm the one that started this? Sat with drilling, taking bitches. It's my fucking starter kit. They like, bro, just change your flow. I think they mad I'm getting rich. Paper chicks to see you later. Tell the ops to suck my dick. Money man, I flex a lot. Just wish the whip who in that car. My mama knew she made a stop. And my pop's proud I'm living large. Bitch, I'm soon to be on top. I'm forever riding till it stops. I don't need no chain to flex. I miss my brody, you with God.
Hooks are the most important part of a
So
song.
what I like to brag, I never slip. I know my purpose. I'm gon' blow. That's why they mad. They be blowing on my line. I know he mad. She acting bad. Acting tough about a hoe. I gotta laugh. He went outside and they caught him with his pants down. I heard they screaming, man down. Wrote him on his spine. He said.
Mm.
Wasn't how they planned out.
That's what she was talking about. Say everybody did. That shit was trash. Hell no.
Yeah,
Hell no.
he knows what he's doing.
He said that shit was trash.
He said I hit it once. That shit was trash. Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
That's funny shit.
But I think there is a very large surge of local Illinois artists. And I
Was
feel like
that-
Illinois is doing it right now.
I don't. There's so many, especially in this little area.
Mm-hmm.
Like this Forgotonia area is just like it's bound to happen one day for someone.
It has.
That's actually a good thing. Ain't it?
Oh yeah.
That's a
picking
great
up.
thing. Honestly, I wish they still had that little fest that was in the woods. What was that called?
Like I know what you're talking. It was
Fuzz
like
Fest.
outside
it
of
was
fucking.
Fuzz Fest. I loved I only went to one out of like 4 or something like that, but it was a great time. Like it was all local artists. It was all local people. Like everyone from it was like Galesburg, Burlington, Peoria, McCullough. It was that little area all in one little place. Right in the woods on somebody's land,
Mhm.
listening to music that other people were performing. And like everybody, like, it was almost like a Woodstock feeling, but like not like a Woodstock like '99, like a Woodstock like '65.
Right.
Like everyone was sitting on these little blankets and stuff, sitting down, like going to the music and shit. Like it's something like it felt so organic, and that's what we need is that
That is-
organic
yeah.
feeling. Like
And it was outside. I love like outdoor venues.
I love them.
That's one thing I've struggled with getting. Like you said something earlier about like local artists and like performing. I've like reached out to like promoters that are like putting on a show like in Macomb. I'm literally in Macomb. Like let me fucking
They're scared. That's the thing. They're scared. They're not. You're not gonna give they want, like the performance they want. But that's the whole thing. Like when it comes to being promoter and not such a big promoter, you have to take risks. You don't have a damn choice. Like
yeah.
who knows? You could.
I
be
feel
the
like I could
artist
draw
that-
like 30, 50 people as long as it's local.
But when it comes to me and Caden, I know so many people from that damn college. We could like put flyers up. We'd have a fucking crowd. Like we'd have a crowd of a good 300. Like
Right.
especially in a town
He said
like
300.
this.
We pulling 300.
Especially a town like this. We have like 9,000 college kids.
Right.
And you're gonna tell me at least 300 of them in Macomb with nothing to fucking do every night aren't gonna come to a free or $5 show? Like, yeah,
Shit, if
Right.
it's $3 or
are.
$5, they gonna come. They gonna be like, "Mom, Dad, can I get $3? What's
and,
up?"
and mom go, here you go. Like,
Yes.
shit, you're
and-
bored. Here you go.
And
Here's
here,
five.
and here, you know what? This is what I'm gonna say. If you guys like are doing what you guys are doing right now, and you guys are inspiring other kids to come out the woodwork to do this with y'all, maybe it'll keep some of these kids from getting in trouble
That's
and
my
give them
biggest
something
thing.
now I can't even say it.
Inspiration.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
This kid that I'm making this music video with tonight, he definitely has got a past. He's definitely gotten in trouble before. He's been in trouble
That's me.
recently, for sure. But I'm taking my chances on him because I know he has the passion. Like, I've actually I recorded How You Like Me Now, some of it. I've recorded music videos for you, Tomias, which sadly my phone broke, got completely shattered, destroyed, couldn't save the video. Sadly, it was actually pissed me off because it was probably the best video.
You
I've
got
ever
so many
recorded.
ideas that just come to you like right away.
That's a
And
good
and I
thing.
almost told Jaden like that day that we was up there and like record. I'm like fucking like he's not gonna be in it. So I'm like, why do you gotta go with him? I'm like, stay up here. We need to record this shit. We only got a couple hours. But I'm so no fuck what I was talking about because I want you to be that camera guy. Like anytime I shoot a music video, I want you there. And anytime you shoot a music video, I'll fucking definitely be your fucking camera guy.
And here I was up there for a little bit, but I had to leave to get my kids that day when I dropped you and the kid off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
KID.
Yep. Hey, I was gonna say this here. I haven't been back in Kentucky for a while, but I did go this summer, and I kind of noticed that I got a bunch of little cousins that are doing like this digital loke. That they're like doing that for like everybody that's in Kentucky too. So I kind of noticed that everybody's doing their own thing now.
This younger generation, so people don't like us. I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of people who don't like us.
Like
as
who?
a younger, there's a lot of older people,
Older
like-
generation.
Oh.
like 30 to 50 that just hate us. Absolutely, just like you and you. No,
I'm
you
in
guys
my.
love us.
I'm actually in my 30s. You know
yeah,
that, right?
but-
I'm
yeah, no,
part
I
of that
know.
old crowd.
Yeah, but like that's the whole thing. Like, there's the few that are willing to be there.
Try to
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, try to understand to be there.
Oh yeah. Well,
There's
see,
other people that just don't give a singular fuck about our existence. So like, oh, you're making music? That's cool. Try in 30 years, fucking pussy.
wow.
It's like,
What
Super,
the
it's super
hell?
hard
Damn.
on you for
yeah,
no
but like
fucking
I've
reason.
gotten hate comments on my DMs before. People being
Wow.
like, dude, you're fucking trash. You're so shit.
Are you
And
serious?
See, I
I'll
don't,
go
I
check the
don't
dude's
get
profile. He has 4 kids. He's like 45. I'm like, who the fuck are you talking to?
that. He just mad because you're going after your dream while you're fucking
Exactly.
Yeah.
young.
Well, he's 45,
That's exactly
3
it.
kids, and working a full-time job.
Yeah, and hates his fucking life.
And here, you know what I can say to this guy? I'm 38 years old. I got 3 kids that I took care of on my own, and I still do my own damn thing.
Exactly. Like my father, he supports me 100%. Anything I do, and I feel like that's kind of sparse too right now.
That's a good thing when your dad is up behind you,
Yeah.
supporting you on that.
Shit, I
feel
didn't.
It
like-
I
shows
didn't
that
have
he
that.
actually appreciates
I
that.
feel like that's a very sparse thing. Like, I grew up with only a father, just like how you're
Yeah.
raising your sons.
Yeah.
That's how I grew up. It was a father. So I got the full father experience. There was no, I mean, of course there was still that motherly tension that he had to hold because he had
Right.
a daughter and he had to still be the mother figure as well. Like, he did such a good damn job as being a father that like I almost don't care that my mother exists. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, she knows I don't like her. She knows. I ignore every single one of her texts.
Right.
She wasn't there. She decided not to be there. Like, she could have reached out. She could have done. She could have actually put in the effort, but she just lousily was like, "Can I see my kids this weekend?" That's all. All you want to do is see your kids.
Wow.
You don't want to go out to the mall or go ice skating or go do
Right.
something fun. You just want to see your kids at your house and just have them spend the whole weekend at your house doing nothing. It's like just sitting on the couch and you don't even talk to them. You just sit in your room the whole time and watch
Damn.
TV while your kids are in the living room. That's
Now-
kind of shitty.
Now, see, I wish my kids got that. They ain't seen their mom in 7 years, dude.
I haven't seen my mom
and have
before, and I
not
don't plan
talked to
on.
her.
I don't plan on it. If I ever blow up in music, I'll send her a fat 50,000 check that says, "Don't talk to me." Here you go. Live your life.
I don't even think my kids are gonna do that if they blow up in something that they're like passionate about and they do have a lot of money. I don't think they're gonna do that for their mom. This is gonna be like, hey, lady, I don't know you kick rocks.
If I ever blow up in music, my family is paid for. They will live upper middle class or higher.
I think that's the highest achievement you could ever achieve in life.
Is
It
make-
is like
yeah.
knowing like you're down here.
And,
And once you elevate to up here, then you can retire your parents. You can
and
fucking.
it's not even that. When it comes to like the way I think about it, like I'm the youngest child. I am the youngest kid in my immediate family. If I blow up and I start making all this money, like that puts me from the youngest, from the lowest standpoint, the lowest on the totem pole in the family, to the top
Motherfucker, elevate.
immediately. And I'm just like, hey, guess what? Now you guys don't have to work. So like yeah, I'd still want you to work. I might have a few businesses I start. You guys might, be the GM and run it the whole fucking thing. But like, no matter what, you have a paycheck. No matter what, you're not getting fired as long as you don't fuck me over. Like,
Right.
like you have it.
I
Paid,
heard
like you
that.
have it paid for. Like if I
Yeah.
ever blow up, my family is okay.
Yeah.
Nephews, niece, everything. You're okay. You're gonna live.
Oh, so you're gonna be like one of them uncles that like want to support everybody in your family.
I mean, I already do. Almost every single birthday, my nephews, they get their presents from
That's
me.
cool.
I don't care if I'm 20 years old and
Yeah.
still a kid. I'm still gonna buy my nephew a fucking present.
Do what you gotta do.
My uncle bought me a present when he was like 23, so why don't I?
And here, the only thing I'm kind of guilty of with my family is I don't like, talk on my phone a whole lot and message a whole lot. If you
Mhm.
notice, I'm never really on my phone that much.
Unless you're, on the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. If I hit you up, you respond.
Yeah.
I'm the same way though. Like my shit will be blowing up, and I'm like, eh. Unless if it's like you or if it involves music, like if it's business wise. But if somebody's just like, hey, like, what,
What do you
like,
want?
get to the point. Like already, just tell me what you want,
And here, that's funny. When I first started,
because you're not just reaching out to have a conversation.
no,
Like, and
You
if you
do.
are,
you reach out to have a conversation.
Well,
yeah,
that's
but
just
I'll
business.
I'll call. I don't
I
want to
know.
sit there and text a motherfucker all
That's
day.
too much texting for me.
I don't
though.
know.
I ain't gonna lie. Too much texting is too much texting.
See. I hate texting because I think about it too much, and I'm like getting ready to send a message, and I'm
I
just like,
almost like calling more.
I do.
It's more
It's personal. It's more personal.
not even personal. It's you can display emotion.
So I gotta ask. So, what are you, like a '90s baby? No,
2001,
2000. Oh wow.
2002.
And here,
2002.
shit. I remember we didn't have these. We had the
If I'm gonna be honest
fucking
with you,
phone wall.
I didn't have my phone till I was 12, and it was still not like a cool phone. Like it
No.
wasn't nothing like
No, it
this.
wasn't.
I
Like
And here-
2002 was like the last year where you could be born, where you could say at 12 years old
It
you
was the
still
flip.
had a little blue like BlackBerry or
Yeah.
something. Like because
here-
that's the truth.
And here I had a two-way pager.
see. I don't. I was told like I don't know. My family was.
You
broke.
remember the rumor?
So my family, like, mom was like, if you want a fucking phone, like, you got to go get it, like your fucking
Yeah.
self.
That's
you
what I
buy
got
that shit.
told.
Yeah,
Like, I don't. I was like the only kid in high school that didn't have fucking
Dude,
a Motorola Razor
And did
or
you have, like, a
fucking
room
I didn't have
some
one.
kind of phone.
I didn't.
do you
have
remember the
one.
rumor touch at all?
I had one of them.
No.
But I was in my 20s when I had mine.
Exactly.
Hey, I remember the phones when they were the flip phone and they were like they didn't have the location on it or none of that shit.
It was just, hey, I'm gonna call you.
There was no Google. There was no Google. There was no fucking Facebook on there. I remember I had a MySpace page. That was the first fucking thing I ever had. As soon
Did
as
you
they
have a
started making
MySpace?
digital phones.
I was like one of the last few people probably to have a MySpace page, like right before it.
Before Facebook
Yeah,
just
d-
totally took off.
You do know that MySpace is now a music thing,
Like
right?
platform, yeah.
It's
I didn't know that.
It's completely based on music. You post your music on there, get reviews.
What?
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, MySpace is definitely more music based now. It was definitely more like Facebook back in the 2009, 2010 era.
I
but
liked
it's-
MySpace a lot more because
It was
like you got to
more.
do your profile exactly how you wanted it.
Yup.
You had like music. So like if I just visited your page, I could kind of catch a glimpse of who you are. And now it's like Facebook, like people just share memes and shit, and it's like
That's cool.
But they can
like
also
but I feel no sense of a personality. Like it's all just like you didn't come up with that. Like there was no creativity on your part. Right.
but Facebook is like a little bit better because you can actually do live recording like we're doing right now.
Yeah,
You couldn't do that
You
on-
can do that on MySpace.
You could do that on. Well, I was gonna say when we had it, you couldn't. There was none of that shit.
Nothing.
See, I need to get better at Instagram.
Instagram's pretty easy, if I'm gonna be honest. It's
And-
almost like
Wait, I'm just not consistent on it. Like
I don't even be on it.
I'm
that
only
much.
consistent on Facebook.
I'm not consistent on Instagram. I'm pretty consistent on Snapchat, TikTok, and Facebook.
See, I don't fuck with Snapchat at all.
I don't
Yeah.
really like it so much, but like
There's
there's
just-
times where I'll delete it for like 3 or 4 weeks
Yeah,
and
there's-
then have it for 5 days and be like,
Why did I read
There's just too much that goes on.
it's just there's stories you gotta watch. You gotta watch people's stories. I mean, like I try not to 'cause it's kind of annoying, but
Yeah.
I don't really care what you're doing at this exact goddamn moment in your life every fucking 7, 5, 8 minutes.
Well,
Like,
a lot of the times, like especially whenever you see like the same person's story, it's like you're doing the same shit every fucking day. Like whenever it's a fucking Friday, I can bang at you being at the same bar you went to last fucking Friday.
And then they put it on their fucking storyline, and then it shows the location and all that shit too. I've seen that. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
See, I kind of be like that on Facebook though. Like it got to the point where I was like covering the people's name and trying to guess who posted what, and I got pretty good at it. Like I could predict who the fuck was posting what.
You sound like one bored ass motherfucker right there.
Well, yeah, and that's what made me realize like I needed to fucking like do something with myself because fuck.
Dude, I don't even fuck with it anymore. I get fucking like these people that add me on the quick ad, and I just sit there and I'm looking at it like, who the fuck are you? And then I just fucking delete
well,
it.
usually quick ad is people you either have mutual friends
Yeah.
or I don't really understand the whole location thing with Snapchat.
I think that's goofy as fuck that you can see where a person is, like direct address.
Like that's almost like
I keep my
hey,
shit
to
up.
set myself up.
I
Come
actually-
kill me. Like
What
you,
the fuck?
like you could do anything with that.
Right?
Like because like sometimes it's a full live feed. Like you'll see someone like driving on the fucking snap map. You're like, what the fuck? Like why do I know where you're going?
Right?
Turn that shit off.
And here you know
I don't.
what?
I never had it on. I don't really use my Snapchat. I have notifications
I
off.
definitely had it on for a while.
I gotta ask a question. I'm old as fuck, so y'all gotta tell me how to fucking turn off the location thing because I know mine's still on. How the hell do you turn it off?
You go into the settings
Yeah, I'll
of.
show you.
He's like, I'm gonna show you. See, this is how old.
I don't have it on. I don't have it installed right now. Never mind.
Well, it's all good. I'll
You
figure
gotta
it
go
out.
to your setting. I can show you
It's
after
not on
the
this
show.
one. It's on that one.
I don't know. I always like even on like Instagram. I have all my notifications off on Instagram. I have all like Facebook notifications on, and there's times where I'll turn the messenger notifications off too, depending on how many people are hitting me up and if I'm fucking
Well, see, my phone-
what I'm doing. I don't know. I go in these little moods where I'm just like, ugh, I just need to be alone. Like
and here my phone.
I
Turns
feel like
off,
people take my energy sometimes. It's
and here-
like
I don't even hear my notifications. half
like
of
they're
the time.
vampires.
Oh
A
yeah,
lot of
sucking
people
your
are.
ore.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people almost like they almost use social media to just kind of like almost stalk. Like I feel like they're almost into your life. Like yeah, I use Instagram, I use TikTok, I use Facebook and all that stuff, but like I don't post every fucking thing I'm doing or every person I'm with or when
I
I'm
don't.
with this person or when I'm with that person or like I kind of do what you do almost like you'll like kind of like post what you're eating that night for dinner or
Oh,
where
yeah,
you
every
are
once
the
in a while.
morning. Like Like it's never like here's what I'm doing exactly where I am. Now come find me. It's
You
hey,
know,
I was at McDonald's at 7:27 a.m. getting
Hey,
a nice breakfast.
you know
That's
what?
all.
I do that because I know there's people that be watching my Facebook
Mhm.
that I don't know, and I feel like some of them people that are on there, I know somebody on there every once in a while, and then I'm like, why are you just like all up in it, and I don't even know who you are? I wish you would send me a friend request so I know who you are if you're gonna like my stuff. But they be stalking my page, and I feel like it's like man, like 10 out of 20 people that do it.
All right, another big thing that's going. This is going
You're cutting your
real
hair?
soon.
No
Yeah,
fucking way. Why?
it's heavy. It's heavy. It's
And
a
it's
heavy
different.
load.
Blame me, man.
It's gonna be so different.
I don't
Like
blame you.
whenever you do it, you should drop a music video. Like don't let fucking
No,
like.
I'm gonna have my hair in the music video. Like I'm
Oh,
gonna have
Ah,
people
that's a
like,
good
like, I'm gonna have
idea.
people, like taking off chunks. At the same,
don't let them
That's a
don't let
dope
them go
idea.
too far, bro.
No,
I
I'm
like
not
it.
going past like here.
Oh,
But like then I'm like so. I haven't showed anyone really because you can't really see it much. But my sides are shaved completely.
Yeah,
Oh.
I've noticed that.
But the back is growing out.
oh, because I was gonna say, man, you trust people with them damn scissors, they might accidentally take off too much.
Yeah, but I'm growing this back out for about probably 4 more weeks, and that's probably when I'll shoot a music video. And I want to let that get about 4 more weeks worth of length, and then I'm cutting the top to match the back. It's gonna be almost like a
Like a mohawk.
mullet mohawk type
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, but like more on the short side. Like, I don't really want like nothing exotic. Like here, I'll show you.
I don't blame you, man, because before, like right after I graduated high school, dude, I had a fro like this, and I fucking went to the fucking barber. He's like, "What you want me to do with this, man?" I was like, "Cut it all off." I got me a bald fade, and then I got back home. Everybody's looking at me. They're like, "Who the fuck is this guy walking through the trailer park?" They didn't even recognize me because I got my fro cut off.
And this is kind of like the thing I'm going for.
Nice. That's a mohawk mullet.
Yeah, basically,
That's
it's
basically what it's called. I
it's
think.
kind of what I'm going for. Just have that length still there and stuff.
Hey, you know they used to do that in the 80s.
Mhm.
That's like an 80s style right
Well,
there.
the '80s has definitely been coming back for a
I
minute.
know.
Hey, that's what I'm.
So
that's what I'm going
so
for.
if the 80s,
That means '90s is right around the corner.
I was gonna say, so
Yup.
if 80s is coming back, so that means some of these kids ain't gonna wear them tight ass jeans no more. They gonna
Nope.
start wearing loose fit clothes.
Hey, that's been coming back.
What?
Like
Loose?
ladies
That-
are
that
already
90s
wearing
style.
like
Like,
loose
here, look at
style.
this.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
gonna
I've been
show you
seeing that
this.
lately.
Personally, like right here, what I'm wearing right now. Like I have these.
Oh,
pull-ups,
no,
like, have
I
these
mean,
pull-ups
I
in
know
waist,
that.
Like whenever like they're properly fitting,
Yeah.
these are early 2000s basketball shorts. These are not no.
Oh
Right.
no, I'm not talking about like
don't
stuff
be-
like that. I'm talking about like the jeans, like what he's got on. I see kids wearing fucking pants two sizes too tight.
I don't know. I've got my style, and I'll stick with the
I
style
feel like
until
your
I
style
feel
is
like
very
I'm.
early 2000s.
But you are bony,
you
dude.
keep
That
it
works
right.
for you.
Yeah, like you keep it steady. You don't, put anything too out there in it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. My mom sent me
I don't.
some
I've
of them.
always had like my own little style though. I don't know. I used to copy my brothers.
Nah, see,
And then in high school is whenever I started kind of changing it. I had like that preppy, like I wore like a Hollister shirt with some blue jeans, but I still had like the flat bill on.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of rocked that in middle school too. So I mean,
So-
I understand.
so like all this stuff that y'all wear these days, like I'm gonna say like the champion and all that. Back in my day, it was a $10, $5 T-shirt.
Now it's
And now
75,
it's- yeah.
85, 95,
And
110 for
and here we
everybody.
used to get made in front of wearing that shit when I went to school.
Champion has made a comeback because their quality level went up. They stopped making that cheap, like kind of like this. They used to have these kind of basketball
Yeah,
shorts.
they used to
right?
have Spalding back in the day too.
Are those
Yes.
like
That
Orlando
was the cheap
Magic?
shit too.
Yep.
Are they? I was gonna say
Yeah,
they
that's
look
the old
like
school
those
ones. Mhm.
fucking like '90s Orlando Magic.
They are.
I was gonna say them are old school, man. That's what I would have been running around in the
is-
'90s.
I think these are the ones that go with the Shaq jersey. I don't have the Shaq jersey, but I do plan on
Oh
getting
yeah,
that.
that is right. Shaq did play for them
Yeah, in the 90s, early 90s.
before
Late
they switched
80s
them over
almost.
to.
That was who
Yeah.
he was drafted to.
Yep.
Pretty sure.
Rookie and second year, and then I think
Shaq.
straight to Lakers.
That motherfucker's on every commercial.
Yeah,
Have you seen him recently? He posted a picture to Instagram.
He looks old as hell.
Not even no. I'm not talking about his face. He posted a shirtless pic. Dude looks 25 again. Dude
Yeah.
is built like a fucking tank.
You sure
he looks
that's not
like
his son?
no, because his son's a light skin.
Oh,
Hey,
You
he's
know
a,
the
he's a
difference.
scary motherfucker. Ain't nobody fucking with him.
yeah.
You know
He's
his
fucking
sons
7'2".
I
That
know.
motherfucker's like fucking 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Athletic 300.
Actually, yeah,
pounds.
it's right here.
Holy shit.
Damn.
He didn't play around.
He stayed in shape.
Damn.
He had to.
My man's is jacked.
Man, I need to go out there and exercise.
I don't
there.
know,
And I
DJ
don't-
Crow. He don't look old to me.
I mean, his
He's looking
man, the
young.
last time I seen him, he had like a fucking gray beard. Fucking
LeBron's
gray
getting
hair.
that too. Have you seen him recently, LeBron? He's getting the
Not
gray
really.
right in the corner of his beard, just
That's
starting to peek
stress.
through. Yep. But like the thing is everyone's kind of figured out his tactic in the NBA. He's gonna play with his son to whatever team his son gets drafted to for 1 year. He's gonna retire. That's
What?
his plan. His plan is
They
to
gonna
play.
How
win
old is he?
championship.
I was gonna say he can't
His
be that
son's
damn
his
old.
son's 17 and he's 37.
Can
He's
you
gonna
imagine
retire.
the chemistry between those two? Them motherfuckers like sending telepathic messages to each
They're like,
other.
Go
Mo-
left, right, pass.
Most basketball players don't retire until they're like 50, ain't it?
Oh no,
No?
it's 35 to 40.
Really?
They've pretty short careers nowadays.
Because I was gonna say that the old school basketball players didn't retire until they was
Well,
like
it's
well
because
up into their 50s.
they started late. That's the thing.
Oh.
You know, they would be playing basketball. You know, they'd be going into the league at like 25
Yeah.
and not stopping till they're 50. We got kids going to the league at 18,
No.
Yeah.
fresh out of high school, 18 years old.
Then they
like,
wear
Yeah,
themselves
they-
out.
They're
Yep.
allowing that again. They stopped. You used to
Mm.
not be able to come
it's
fresh
be-
out of
it's
high
because
school.
there's the talent now again. The talent coming
Oh.
back. There's a lot of big names. Shaq's son this year. Dwayne Wade's son this year.
Damn.
Who else is it? There's another one. There's Chet Holmgren got drafted this year. He's a 7-footer that moves like Stephen Curry. So
What the hell?
Shaq's size, Stephen Curry's build, and can play power forward
Oh.
and shooting the three.
And shooting a fucking 3.
Yeah, so like you got people that are like he almost kind of reminds me of like Manute Bol. Do you remember who that is?
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
7'7"
Yeah.
guy.
Hey, here I want to see a kid that's the same size as Yao Ming. Yao Ming.
There is a kid.
7'7". The
There's a
dude that
kid.
he's talking about is
Oh.
bigger than Yao Ming.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, he's 7 foot flat.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
you said
no.
7'7".
Manute Bol 7'7".
Oh.
This kid's 7 foot flat, but he's moving like he's 6'1".
But still
Damn.
giant. I think Giannis is over.
6'11".
I think he's 7 foot. I think they're lying.
Yeah, they might be.
Man, there's been a lot of tall
They
dudes
say
that's played
KD
basketball.
They say KD there for the
KD 's
longest time.
6'11".
It was like on the games they had it like 6'9". I'm like, that motherfucker is way bigger than 6'9". They was lying about KD's height for a while.
Still are. They say he's 6'10". He's 7 foot. 7 foot, 6'11", right there.
Damn.
Also, same thing with Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis does his like you're supposed to do your measurement with shoes on because that's when you're playing the game. It's
Right.
With shoes on. Every single year, Anthony Davis, he tells his coach, he's like, I will not wear shoes when you measure me. I want my pure height because if you're 6'11" or taller, they're gonna want you to play center.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis doesn't want to play center. He wants to play power forward.
I don't
you
think
blame him?
he don't got the build to play center.
No, he's.
I mean,
he's
if
a
he's playing
skinnier
against a
man.
small center, then
Yeah, like
definitely.
yeah, for sure.
But like somebody like Zion, he would.
Well,
just push him the
Zion's
fuck
only
around.
6'7". That's
Yeah,
the
but he's a
scariest-
bully.
Yeah, he's 323
bully ball.
pounds.
He plays the type of game that Shaq was playing.
He plays street ball. He's in the NBA playing street ball.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
crazy.
He fucking just puts his head down, fucking uses fucking elbows, uses his body to get where he wants.
Mhm. And see, that's a big thing right now in the NBA is the flopping. People are just flopping. Like you touch someone with your fucking finger and they're like, "Oh, you hit me." And it's
LeBron's
just like,
good at that.
You know, I kind of noticed that now. Even when my son was playing football for the high school, they don't want you to do full on physical like tackle no more.
And see, that's what I don't understand. Because whenever I played my 1 year of football during high school, I didn't give a fuck. I played nose tackle and I played tight end. I was either getting hit or hitting. So it
Oh
was,
yeah, my son was like, man, he was like, how come they don't hit that hard? He was
If
like,
you
"Come
ain't
on."
hitting someone, you ain't playing the game right.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like I used to knock helmets off. Like I didn't care. Like
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like if you're coming at me to go score that touchdown, I'm gonna fucking hit you.
Hell yeah.
Like
And
deal
here,
with it.
I remember when we played, man, we used to headbutt and everything. You can hear when we did it.
Well, and now like that helmet to helmet, that shit's.
That you can get concussions.
Yeah.
I'm
that's-
sure in high
that-
school, if you're intentionally doing it, I'm sure you probably get kicked off the team.
Yeah, I was never intentionally going for the head. It was more of a, I'm 6'1". I'm going up against this kid who's 5'9", because
Mhm.
that's the average height in high school. Like, I can't hit him in his chest. He's shorter than me. I
You're
have to
gonna
hit
hurt
him
him.
higher. Like, if I hit him in his chest, the dude's just gonna fucking fly over. I gotta hit him in his shoulder. Like, I gotta put my head into his shoulder and just push him out the way.
Right.
Like, there were certain people you just couldn't hit, like certain ways.
Yeah.
Like now, whenever there was those tall, lengthy 6'4" wide receivers and shit, all fucking day I'd go for them. They're taller than me. I'm gonna get you right in your fucking gut, and you're gonna fall over and cry.
All right.
Like
Them
you're
are
just
the
gonna
fun
deal
ones.
with it. Yeah,
Just deal
those are the
with it.
fun ones to hit. And that's what I honestly. I
Well,
miss
you have
that
that
game.
long torso to fucking just
grab and throw. Yeah,
grab and throw.
that was my favorite thing. Is
Suplex.
I actually did that one time, and I got suspended for the rest of the year.
What?
For games? I wasn't allowed to play
Damn.
games anymore.
Really?
Well, the whole thing was like I was trying to tackle him, and the dude just wasn't going down. So I was like, "Well, I gotta get you down."
Right.
So I picked him like he was walking, like he was like still like stepping forward, like trying to get further, and I was behind him, feet planted, following him, like making sure I was
Come
good.
back here.
So I was like, "Fuck it!" So I just grabbed him, I planted my feet, I slammed my heels to the ground. I just fucking, but I let go of him, so he hit his neck. That's why I got in trouble.
Ooh.
That wasn't my intention. My
That's
intention was
crazy.
just let him go so he just falls on his back. I didn't realize he was gonna try and do a fucking backflip. Dude landed on his fucking neck. What am I supposed to do?
I can't even say nothing because I've actually caught a lot of dudes from their stomach on down to their legs. That was my go-to. Was their legs. If they're
that's
bigger than
immediate
me,
down.
like 6 foot, like 2, 6'3", I'm going for their legs. Fuck their stomach. I want their legs because I can't fucking
Go
do anything.
right for this area right here.
Yeah, and I'm not even that tall, so I actually got to go for their legs. That was my go-to back then.
I just fucking plant motherfuckers coming right to me, and I just fucking wrap up on the legs. I'm like, your legs ain't moving, you ain't moving.
But if you get their legs right, though, you can just fucking make them fall.
Well, I get trucked. I would definitely, motherfucker, fucking running back's way fucking bigger than me anyway, and I'm like, oh shit.
It seems like they're running like.
But
a
I
freight
did.
train.
I just stop and I'd plant, and motherfucker, he's like, oh, I'm gonna run this guy over. Well, you may run me over, but you're still going down.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It took me a while to fucking catch on to certain things when I first started playing football because I started out in junior high, and I caught on real fast after I got hit by the biggest kid. He was like, "Boom!" I'm just laying there like, "What the fuck just happened?"
I was definitely into hockey more as a younger kid more than anything, but then we moved up here. Where is it?
Where'd you go to school before?
St. Louis.
Oh shit! So
St.
you had a
Louis-
lot of
St.
opportunity.
Louis Blues is still to this day one of the biggest hockey teams of all time. They have the biggest following, the most notable players ever. Wayne Gretzky.
Right.
They have Tony Twist, the biggest fighter of all time in hockey history. He used to knock people out on the ice because he wanted to.
Mm.
So St. Louis is a huge hockey city.
They don't
Actually,
even
they're a
do that
huge
no
sports
more.
city. Cardinals used to be the Rams and the Blues. So they have.
I hate that the Rams moved.
I don't, because they were originally from Los Angeles. So I'm kind of happy.
Well, that's true. I just want St. Louis to have a football team. That way, if my team comes to St. Louis,
Well,
then I don't have to fucking travel to
Panthers
Chicago.
will never move.
Huh?
Panthers will never move. They have been in North Carolina.
No, I know, but I'm saying if they're playing like the visiting team, like if they're the visiting team over in St. Louis, I'd much rather fucking go to St. Louis.
They go to North
Eh,
Carolina.
I would love to do a home game, but I mean, other than like St. Louis, like the closest place for me to go watch a game would be like the Bears or fucking
beat up again every year.
terrible
Oh man.
trash.
Oh man.
I haven't really even been watching football this year.
Oh.
I used to watch the shit every Sunday. I'll turn on the Red Zone and watch a little bit, but I
I've
try to
actually
stay busy with this music shit. I'm like, it's fucking Sunday. What's more important, sitting here watching the game or what I want my future to become?
oh,
Back then, it used to be what was more important.
well, see,
But
I sit there
I
and
don't. My whole mind frame is shifted.
Sunday's like the time that I sit and chill with my kids.
Yeah, Sunday's my chill day. That's when I relax.
And my
That's
son likes to.
I mean, sometimes I record music on Sundays
Yeah.
because it's nice.
I mean, it is what you like to do, man. I mean, if
Yeah.
that's the way you can relax, that's the way you can relax.
And you're good at it.
Yeah.
You're good at it. Trust me. If you weren't good, I wouldn't like. I wouldn't be sitting here with you right now.
Well, that studio session would have never happened. Well, another one would have never happened.
Well, and I think, yeah, because no, Matt didn't send me anything of you. He sent me a couple of Cadens, and I was like, God damn, this kid is fucking
Mhm.
extremely talented. And Caden used to be my neighbor, for like 4 years while I was living out at River Run.
Mm.
And yeah, and Matt said, oh, 2 other guys are going to be coming. And I was like, all right, that's cool. Like, he mentioned you while we were talking, but he didn't mention anything about
Pat.
JD.
Yeah. Pat's back in town, and
I don't know.
We
I don't really
did.
fuck with him.
we did drop that one song, but
That LAX.
I mean, it was good. Like, it was a good song. It was a good quality track. You know, it wasn't horrible, but like, I don't know how to explain that. I feel like there's certain like our chemistry. Like we didn't have any chemistry with him at all. There was no like, because he has a completely different style of like
Right.
complete like he's more drill,
Yeah.
more Chicago. Me and Caden are more Kansas City, like
Yeah.
St. Louis, Kansas City area. Like that's where we learned our music from. Like Tech Nine, Hobson, people like like just like you and Busey. That's where we learned our music from too. That's who we like looked at like originally. That was our original like, oh shit, these guys can like spit, like that shit's cool. And then we hear Lil Durk, I just shot his ass back in it. Like I don't care if you shot him in the fucking back, dude. I don't care. Like honestly, I don't
Like,
care if you shot him.
I care if you stabbed him and took him to your shed and fucking cut off his head.
Yeah, like that shit's cool to hear. Like, oh, you shot him in the back and left him to die. That's kind of happens every day.
I kind of used like the music to express anger that I hadn't really like expressed.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a healthier way of doing it instead of letting it manifest in my
Right,
reality.
I feel like a lot of people don't understand like the whole like mindset around like we're not actually gonna go cut someone's head off in the back of a shed.
Right.
Like it's just
But
a
to say I don't
bar.
have those thoughts.
Exactly. But like we're not gonna go do it. But like of course we've thought about it. Like we're not on no Jeffrey Dahmer bullshit. Like
Oh yeah.
like we've thought about it, of course, because
Right.
it's like you get mad at somebody like, oh, I want to fucking kill him, I want to cut his fucking head off. Ah! But then like 5 minutes later, you're
All right, I'm chill now.
That's a little too much.
But you
overboard.
always have that, like, if there was that like wasn't expressed or something at a certain time,
or even
like
sadness, anything.
like you can always like revert back to that time and like your imagination and remember like how you felt
for sure.
and use that emotion and actually get it out.
I definitely agree with that because on the Music for Manic album or LP, whatever you want to really call it, it was 13. It was about 25 minutes long, so LP. But there was a lot of sadness portrayed on that album. Even though I was in a very happy place in my life, I was trying to get like that was kind of my closure for a sad part of my life was finishing that with Jaden.
Right, like
'Cause I met-
closing the chapter out.
Yeah, when I met Jaden, I was in a very depressive like part of my life. I was with a girl who was unknowingly cheating on me every weekend, shit like that,
Yeah.
and like like I got it all out. Like I'm like after that dropped, I was like, huh, I'm good.
Oh,
And
Zach,
you
Zach
feel
said, "What's
better,
up,
for
little
sure.
brother?"
What's up, big bro? But like music kind of lets you get
Those
get the
feelings out,
closure.
yeah,
It
and
lets you get the initial in your brain. The fuck out of there.
for sure, because it may have been something you were like holding on to, and a lot of motherfuckers don't want to hear like you talk about how you're depressed, and a lot of people will just be like, "So what?" Like, and then compare your life to
There's
shit that they went through, and
yeah,
try
I
and like pretty much telling you like like
it's nothing.
stop being a bitch. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, you gotta let that shit out. Otherwise, there's a lot of fucking resentment and anger that just builds and builds and builds. And I think that's whenever somebody, becomes a mass shooter, is not being able or commits suicide.
Did you just hear about the first mass shooting in Russian school history? Happened this morning, I believe. A Russian man went into his school. He had not been in 18 years. He let his high school bullying pent up another 18 years.
Jesus.
He went to that school and killed
And it wasn't even the people that did it
exactly.
to
He
him.
killed like 26 random fucking kids that were like 15, 6 like they don't even fucking know you exist, dude.
Damn.
Like what was the reason? Like do you have real motivation there? Like why didn't you probably still have your yearbook. You could have gone through there, figured out where the fuck they live. It's Russia, bro. The fucking government's everything there. You can
Just
find
deal
out
with your
who like in Russia you can find out where anybody's at.
I'm pretty
He
sure
would have
they
felt a
probably
lot
live right
better.
next door to
He'd
each
have
other.
He would have felt a lot better had he just made a fucking song and not did something fucking stupid to fuck his whole entire life up.
Oh no, he killed
Not
himself.
only fucked his
Yeah,
ended his whole motherfucking life,
Yeah.
but not only that, he hurt
he
fucking
took people
yeah,
with him for no
like
reason.
people that did nothing to him.
Nothing.
That
at all.
is
He did kill a teacher that still worked there. That was there when I think he
Damn.
was there. But
That must have been one old ass teacher.
they said he was like 67, 68, something like that. Yeah, but I mean, like some teachers that don't retire until like 75.
That is so
They just enjoy it.
that shit's so frustrating though. I hate that.
I hate the
And it's always like a dude though. You don't hear it like a girl. Girls know how to deal with their emotions.
Oh, yeah.
Dudes sit alone and
cry in their bedroom at 4 a.m.
yeah, and then but you don't like that feeling, so then fucking
You
then
stop.
yeah, and you might feel embarrassed of yourself and fucking, but nobody knows about it. But like holding that shit in, like make a fucking song, like don't fucking or draw a picture, like use that emotion. I feel like emotions are something to create out of. Like
For sure.
you don't have to go out there and just because somebody hurts you doesn't mean you need to go out there and hurt other motherfuckers because somebody made you feel that way.
Yeah.
Like use it towards something to build your fucking future. Like everybody has emotions. So if I'm creating this out of anger, anybody else, meaning everybody else that feels anger will be able to relate to it somehow.
Yeah, but not a lot of them know how to control that shit really good, and they don't ever learn how to.
And that's a
Well,
big
that's why it's
problem,
important.
is I have a big thing against school counselors. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think they should be a thing. You shouldn't be going to counseling at school. What the fuck's that going to do? They're so biased to every other student. Like every time I've ever gone to the school counselor when I was in high school, it was, "Oh, you'll get over it."
Really?
No, the fuck I won't. No, I won't.
And I'm not gonna
He's
get
in the
over it.
same fucking school as me for 7 fucking hours a day. I'm not gonna get over it.
Right?
Mm.
Like, and that's my biggest thing about school counselors is nowadays they're shit. Like, if you're gonna be a counselor, go be a fucking therapist.
I
Like-
heard that.
That's true.
Like, go be a
And
fucking child therapist.
It's I don't a lot of the time somebody just wants to be heard in those counselors, and I'm guilty of it too. I'm a good listener and like I'll try to give advice, but sometimes the person don't want advice. Sometimes all they
Oh, yeah.
need is an ear and not be told what they're doing wrong.
And that's another thing about counselors. They're not at ear. Whatever you tell them, the principal will know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, of course,
Yeah,
that's
and
what they're supposed
that's
to
the
do.
but that's my whole thing. Like being a counselor
There's
is the
no
same,
trust
yeah,
there from the student to the
Mm.
being
counselor.
a counselor is the same fucking thing as being a therapist. It's just
Mm.
non-confidential.
Right.
Like you're
True.
going there because you feel protect. Like the first time you go there, you're going there because you think you're gonna be protected, and then tomorrow you go to school. The principal calls you to his office and he's like, "Well, why do you feel this way?" I don't know, because I'm in the same fucking building as this motherfucker every damn
Right?
day.
I have
like,
2-3 classes with him.
like,
Like I can't
I'm-
avoid him.
I can't avoid the problem. I can't fix the problem. You won't fix the problem. The counselor won't fix the problem. The school officer won't fix the problem. And when it comes down to it, schools are fucking corrupt. Did you know that half of my class,
Oh.
or no, 17 people out of my class, the class of 2020 in Macomb, dropped out. We were 136 students. 17 of those people dropped out before, during their senior year, because they couldn't take that last year because nobody was doing fucking shit to help. Like,
Nah,
I got held back my junior year just to come to find out the school counselor completely got my classes wrong. I was in the wrong classes that year. I didn't even fucking know till the end of the year. Like, I'm not gonna put all the blame on myself because like I passed chemistry with an A fucking plus, but every other class I failed. But you want to know why I passed with an A plus? Good fucking teacher. Good teacher,
that's true.
supportive teacher.
A
Like,
lot of teachers don't.
don't teach.
No.
They hand you a packet and are like, all right, look at the board.
Yeah, they're literally
Cool.
there to collect a paycheck. They don't give a fuck about the students. If they do care about students, it's just their favorites. They
Yeah.
don't treat every student the same. And I have a big problem against the school system. I definitely do.
I don't
We're
like.
not helping these students grow at all.
Mhm.
It's all just
I don't like that students don't
part.
have a voice. You don't
That's
have you have no kind
facts.
of voice during it's okay. So kindergarten to about fourth grade, all those teachers are always great. Great people. Great,
Yeah.
kind teachers. Fifth to 11th, pretty shitty. Your senior year is usually when those teachers are a little bit more mature because they're teaching older kids. They're a little bit I did a little better in my senior year than I did in my junior year, for sure. But I dropped out halfway into the year because you know I'm dealing
You
with.
dropped out.
Yeah, I dropped out. I wasn't doing it. I couldn't finish the year. There
See,
was,
I got kicked out of high school
I
my
just
senior year.
I just had so much built up anger and stress from constantly telling the same teachers and people the same thing
Every
every
single
day.
day. And that just
And
goes to show that they weren't listening.
they weren't
No.
listening and they weren't helping, and that is the number one. When you are in high school, you need to be heard. That is the time where you are learning you.
Yeah.
You are learning you. You are learning how the world works. You are learning how the fuck you're going to exist in this damn world. And when there's teachers that just don't give a fuck about your future, it really upsets you.
Oh, for
And
sure.
people don't realize that school was a little different in the 90s, in the 80s, obviously.
Oh,
You got to
yeah.
school, the teachers actually fucking taught because they were professors, not fucking now high school teachers. They were real ass you would get whooped if you ain't do what the fuck you did.
Shit, half
you
of
get
these,
sent to the
Actually,
office.
half of these fucking
they stopped doing
teachers-
that in the '90s. They did. They
Oh.
stopped paddling us after that.
half of these teachers are fucking kids themselves.
That's my whole thing. One of my teachers, dude, during high school, I see him at the bar every weekend, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You are
I-
drinking and you're a fucking teacher? I understand they're stress related, but dude, you teach kids. Kids.
I can't say that.
You should not be drinking.
I've seen quite a few of the teachers at the bar before.
So have I.
I don't. He definitely. I think that kind of person definitely wanted a different job. They just didn't know how to get there.
They were halfway through college and they were like, fuck it, I'll just finish it.
Yeah.
Got the degree and became a teacher. Yeah, that's.
And then once they're in it,
it's hard to
and it's
leave.
because you're stuck in it. You're like, well, this is what I went to school for, and you're stuck in it, and you feel stuck. But really, you're never stuck in a situation. It's just the feeling of being stuck.
You're never stuck in a job at all. When it comes down to it,
Mm.
whenever I was working at Bowers, and they fired me. Obviously, I was hurt and everything was
Oh, it's a good paying job.
Yeah, I was
It's-
wow, but my whole thing was with that job was I almost felt like a guinea pig at that moment
Mm.
because right
those
after
factories are good at that shit
yeah,
too.
right after that, right after I got fired. So I was a really good worker. I was
Right.
I was the forklift driver for plant 2. So
I was the only one out of 3 forklift drivers hired at the time who had not hit a single fucking thing their whole time working there. Then I injured my groin at work. That's what I got fired for. I injured my
Huh?
groin, and I told them I didn't want to go to the hospital because it wasn't like serious. Like it wasn't a serious pull. It was just like I slipped. It stretched a little bit, but it's fine. Like I
Mhm.
can walk. I can still do my job. Everything's fine. Like no, you gotta go to workman's comp. You have no choice. You have to go to the hospital, get tested for this, and that.
They did
And
that because they didn't want you to work.
yep. And
I
I came.
guarantee they were singling you out, man.
Yeah, I
And
came.
especially if they knew that you were making music, they were definitely talking shit behind your back. They were definitely. That's how that place is. It's like high school all over
Oh, yeah,
again.
I came forward to find out that my Adderall came up as methamphetamine because Adderall has meth in it. Quite literally, it does.
Right.
So
Oh,
it came up
shit.
as
Wait,
as a
but it's just a fucking doctor's way of prescribing you meth.
yep.
Like-
And I haven't taken it for a while because I don't. It makes me mad whenever I take it. I am in a very mad state. Like I'm concentrated. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
But if somebody
I'm,
fucks with my focus, no, I
and it's
totally
not
understand
it's
it.
not even that. Like one time I was like me and Jaden were off Adderall for like half of the fucking album, like half of the LP that we did. Half of the LP of us recording was us arguing through fucking like takes. We're like, no, it sounds fucking good. And he was like, no, the fuck it doesn't. It doesn't sound good. Like there was a lot of arguing during it. But when it all came together and we were finally finished, all the cover art was finished and everything was done. We looked at each other. We're like, fuck yeah,
right,
that
right.
shit's done. But like, Adderall has a you feel angry at things you don't want to be angry at. And that's why I stopped taking it because why do I want to be angry at things I don't want to be angry at?
That
That's-
typically you want to be angry.
Exactly.
It definitely fucks with your mind. That's why I don't think kids should be on the shit.
Mm.
Like
I
I
think
don't
that
males anyway. It's in our nature to be fucking wild, and
Wild.
rambunctious, and like that's male nature. That's
Mhm.
not ADHD. That's a fucking kid being a fucking kid.
They
Oh,
try to
yeah.
put my youngest one on it at Lincoln. They try to say he was too hyper, this and that. And then I'm sitting there like, no, he is not. He's just fucking 6. Fuck you gonna put my
Like
son
what
on
they
that
do,
for?
what they do. That was whenever they were able to fucking beat the kids, which I don't think was the way of it. I mean, yeah,
No.
sure, it made the kids behave a little bit better, but
Shit.
really, if you pay attention to a kid, and every kid like learns a little bit differently. That's why I think there should be more than just one teacher up in the room.
I agree.
They used to have it where they had teachers' assistants when I was going to
It
school.
should. Well, that's still a thing, but I feel like there should always be like teaching assistant should be a job as of itself. It shouldn't be a. It shouldn't be a like right now in current times. It's currently looked at as a
Apprentice.
no, not an apprentice, more of like a what do you call that? Like a kind of like a walk on type of deal. Like I don't know how I don't know the exact word I'm looking for, but like it's kind of like apprentice, but it's
Yeah,
it's
it's
in a
like an
different
experience
form.
thing.
Yeah, like you come get your experience from it. But like, why isn't it just a job?
Mhm.
Why can't you have your 2-year college degree from a community college for teaching as a teacher's assistant and go be a teacher's assistant for the rest of your life?
They want them to get that hands-on opportunity to see what it's like before they make the decision to step into it.
Yeah, but like that's the whole thing that pisses me off is every room should have a teacher's assistant, especially hard
That's true.
classes,
That is
chemistry, geography, history. Like there should always be somebody coming around and making sure you are okay. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, the world history or the U.S. history teacher at the high school,
Mhm.
he's a fucking dick.
Mhm.
Like when you raise your hand to ask a question, well, he's like, "Well, what do you think?" I don't know, fucking dick. Tell me what the fuck the answer is, because I don't fucking know. If you told me what the answer was, I would fucking know, and I would remember for the test. Like, don't make me look for the fucking
Like
answer.
I'm learning the shit right now. Like, why can't you fucking tell me? And then it'll stick.
Exactly.
But I don't. I've got huge problems against the school system. I think everything needs to change. We won't get into that though. It's almost that time. It is almost that time.
I'm gonna say it should have been that time. I'm just kidding.
But
Talking shit.
fucking. So Zeein is working on an album. I'm not sure if this is a BUCY Entertainment release.
I've only done rough drafts. I plan on recording every single one of them in your studio.
Okay.
I have 14 on the track list, and they're all 2 minutes and 50 seconds or more. So that I plan on. Well, then there's also a 14 or a 15 and a 16, which is intro outro, but that's just like a skit type thing.
That's something we can talk about more.
Yeah, like that's something that you record.
Do you have the name of it?
I do. I can't say that.
Okay. No,
It's
no.
very sentimental.
Definitely don't, but y'all know that it's coming.
It is coming. It will be coming. I'm hoping no later than probably
Shit, my
my
phone's about to
deadline
die.
is July 4th of next year.
July 4th.
If it's
My
any
camera's
later than
about to
that,
die.
it's not okay.
All right. Well, everybody, this will be the end of this episode of Problematic.
Yeah,
We want to thank our guest,
for coming and
Zeein,
talking with us.
for coming on, talking to us, providing a good conversation. We touched on a few topics here and there. Feel like we always reverted back to the music, which is good. The school system. Maybe next episode you can come on because I got huge problems against the school system that I didn't really get to touch on. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in.
Hell yeah.
Beat his eats ass.
And have a great y'all have a great night. Stay blessed.
BD definitely eats ass.
Oh my god.